G'day folks, today's the day. Today is the day that I catch the biggest yabbies that I've caught all year. Rightio folks, I can just feel it in my blood. I've gone and done a bit of door knocking. I've found a farmer that's let me go onto his property here. He has got quite a large property. There's other dams on the farm that he's told me I can go yabbying in. This is the biggest one. It holds the most water. It's quite deep. I've got high expectations. Then there's another dam up the road where I've got another net up there. The dam's a lot smaller, but it's really murky in colour and it's plenty deep enough. So I've got two nets here, one up the road and another half a dozen dams that I can try if these ones don't succeed. Is today the day that I catch my biggest yabbies this season or this spring? Yeah, I think it is. Rightio, now this is the small dam up in the wheat farm. I'm not sure how deep it is. Oh, that's ideal. That is perfect. I said it in a recent video. This has got yabbies written all over it, and then I caught no yabbies. But I reckon, look how small this dam is. This dam is tiny, but it's nestled here in this paddock with the wheat crop. The water's really, really dirty. The cattle haven't been able to crump around the edges. It's just a really nice looking dam. And it's got a bit of water in it. Even though it's small, it's still got a little bit of depth to it. I will be so surprised if this net fails. It can't fail. It just looks too good. Look at this dam, what a ripper. I put that there. I don't think it needs to go all the way out. I think that's plenty deep enough. You beauty. Surely today's the day that I catch some big yabbies. Okay, in you get. That's probably the deepest these nets have ever been in. Well, there we have it, folks. I'll walk up this bank here so I can get a better view. If I don't fall over. Right, there's a chance I'm going to fall over here. There's the dam. Have a look at that. I've got two nets in this big deep dam where the water's a bit clearer, and one net up there in the small wheat farm dam or wheat paddock dam. The dam's a lot smaller and real dirty in colour. This is awesome. Rightio folks, as I usually do, I'm going to have a quick check before I leave. I put them in around about 20 minutes ago, I suppose, not very long. I like to do this just to get my hopes up more than anything, and because I'm super impatient. Right, what have the first 20 minutes yielded? Whoa, that is a great sign. Look here what I've got. This is the biggest yabby. So I was right when I filmed my intro. I said I reckon today's going to be the day that I catch my biggest yabby this season. Well, he got me on the finger. Give him a wash. I managed to get him a bit wet. Have a look at that. He's a big yabby. He is a big yabby. He's not a huge yabby. He's not the biggest ever, but he's the biggest I've caught this season. And in the eyes of most people, he would be considered a big yabby. You little ripper. Rightio, so we're off to a good start. It's good to see a big yabby in the net and half a dead shrimp. Not quite sure how that got in there. Pretty sure it wasn't in there before I put the net in. Alright, has this one got a big one in it as well? Looking straight into the sun here, so I apologise if there's any glare issues. Nothing in that one. I haven't been in very long. Let's just hope that that first yabby isn't like the omen fish. The omen yabby. Right, back to the wheat paddock dam. It's been probably half an hour, I suppose, since I put this in. Much windier up here. The other dam down there is sort of sheltered from the wind with those high banks. Have we had a... Oh, whoa. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got several big ones. It's only been in half an hour. I didn't even get the bucket out of the car. I'm going to get it now though. I'm going to put this here so they can stay in the water. Now I'm going to go and get the bucket out of the car. Whoa! I have hit that jackpot at last. Well, now I'm back with my bucket. Nice decent sized yabbies. Look, make sure they've got no eggs. Get that big one. I really don't want this one to bite me. Look at the size of that yabby. That is a good size yabby in anyone's books. Get a photo of him, I think. Don't grab your tail, you silly bugger. Alright, so I put 2 in the bucket, 3 in the bucket, 4 in the bucket without eggs, 5 in the bucket, the 5 big ones. Now yabbies this size, I've been keeping them from other dams because I've been struggling for size, but now that I don't need to keep them that size, I won't. I'll throw them back because to keep these smaller yabbies will be just greedy. Even him, if I get one that size at the dams near home, that's not bad, but out here I don't need to. I'm going to put him back to grow as big as the ones I've just kept. So I've kept 5, I've thrown 3 back, and I have finally made a breakthrough. I told you when I put this net, the net in this dam, but I reckon this dam just looked like a really good dam, and I was right on it. You'll notice I checked those yabbies for eggs. Yabbies can live out of the water as long as they're kept damp, but they can't breed out of the water. They have to actually be in the water before they can breed. It's just a bit of information for you. The water is so dirty in this dam that I can't even see inside the water in the bucket. I've got one big yabby from the other dam, 5 big yabbies from here, half a dozen nice yabbies. I just cannot wait to come back here this afternoon with my kids because they are going to be so excited when they see heaps of yabbies in the nets. Rightio, I've returned. This is the net that had 8 yabbies in it last pull. I'm going to check it first because if I'm going to move any of the nets around, it'll more likely be the other 2 in the big dam where the water was clearer. This one's already proven to have a good number of yabbies in it. Now I said earlier that I was going to come back out with my kids. Well, I didn't. I've come out with my wife, but my kids have stayed home because they're a little bit preoccupied doing kid things. Anyway, let's see what's in the net. This is the most amazing fun. This is the fun part. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, but 3 of them are huge. One great big one. Two, no eggs. Beauty. This big fella in the corner over here. Number 3, here's a ripper. Look at that. Quite muddy too, he might have just come out of the mud. 3. This one's a little bit on the small side, but I might keep him, and I'll tell you why. My uncle is up from Melbourne, and he doesn't get to go yabbying very often. He's in his 60s, and he lives in Melbourne, so I might just give him a feed before he goes back tomorrow. You can see those yabbies have been munging away at that meat. Alright, I'll put that back. I was going to take them out, but what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of dams I want to try. I'm going to go to the other dam down here further, get the other nets, check them, and if there's nothing in them, put them in another couple of dams, just give them an hour, and then I'll pack up. I will admit I thought there would be more yabbies in there than that, given that I caught 8 this morning, but that's the nature of the game. You just never know when they're going to bite and when they're not going to. One thing I've noticed about yabbies over the years is they have like bite windows. They just come on the bite, you catch heaps at once, then you catch none for ages again. Perhaps I just happened to fluke a bite window when I first checked it this morning. Either way, I'm not totally upset. I've got some pretty big Cherax Destructors in this bucket. Rightio, so we've checked the wheat farm dam, and now the wheat paddock dam. Now I'm back to the big dam. This is where I caught that big black yabby earlier. I wonder if there's another one in there. I wonder if there's a few. I wonder if there's none. That right there defines disappointment. You expected there to be heaps. I caught that big black yabby in about 10 minutes flat, and now nothing. Perhaps it was the omen yabby. Alright, now this is the last of 3 nets. Hopefully it's got more in it than what the second last one did. Oh, well, it's not total disappointment, but come on, out you get. It's not total disappointment, but considering I caught one about 4 times that size this morning within 10 minutes, to come back 5 hours later and just have one little one, it is quite disappointing. The meat has hardly been touched. There's a little bit of chew marks around the outside, and that's about it. Rightio, now I'm at a totally different dam now. I'm loving the really dirty water. Now here's a little trick I showed you in a recent video that I made. The meat's been in the net a few hours. Poke your thumb through the meat. It's probably a little bit yucky for a few people. Just to release some blood, make it feel a little bit fresher. You can see the redness there. That'll just help throw out a bit of scent. Now, I've never yabbied in this dam before. It's certainly deep enough. Have I got a good feeling about this dam? This just looks ace. Right now I'm just poking my thumb into this meat here, breaking the meat up a bit, stirring up a bit of fresh blood smell. I'll throw him out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Rightio, so I've got 2 nets in this dam. 1 net up there in the wheat paddock dam. I'll give them an hour and see how we go. Look, there's a cock of 9. It's a cock of 2, but there's 9 of them. Now this net has had all of about 4 minutes, I reckon. But it wouldn't be... Oh, there was one on the side of the net. Oh, there's one in the net too. There wouldn't have been in 5 minutes. There was one on its way in, and there's one already in. How cool is that? This net sat in that other dam for 5 hours and caught one. Actually, this one didn't catch anything. There was one on the side of the net making its way in, and there's one already in the net, and it's only been in 5 minutes. And the cock of 9 up there is all laughing at me. Rightio, this time I'm going to pull the nets out and take them home. I'm a bit worried that the meat might be a little bit stale in here though. It lost a lot of its redness last time I looked at it. It was quite pale, quite anemic looking, if you know what I mean. Oh look, wow. It's only been in about probably 30 minutes, but still I thought I would have caught something. So when I first got here this morning, I caught 8, and I'd only been in half an hour. I then left it in for 5 hours and caught 4. Now I've given another half an hour and caught none. 8, 4, none. Either there's only a dozen yabbies in this dam, or there was some kind of epic bite window when I first got here this morning, or it could be that the meat's just not looking good anymore. It's lost a lot of its smell, and perhaps the yabbies, it's lost its appeal to the yabbies. So many unknowns. Rightio folks, this is the dam. We put these nets in about an hour ago. This is the last check before we go home. Can we hit the jackpot for the 2nd time today? Let's find out. Whoa, yeah! Look at the size of these! Have a look at the size of these yabbies! There's only 2 in there, but look at how big they are! They are massive! They are huge! Look at that! They are very big yabbies in anyone's book. They do come bigger. I've seen bigger. I've caught bigger a long time ago, but you know, for most people, including myself, these are very big freshwater yabbies. Absolutely awesome. I am stoked. Rightio folks, this is the last net. I've switched over to the GoPro to check this on because the wind noise is really bad. The GoPro is actually quite good at knocking out a lot of the wind noise. Yeah, I've got 3. Here's a nice one. Not as big as the big black ones I just caught, but still a bloody decent sized yabby. I'll put him in the bucket. There's another nice one. He can go in the bucket as well. This one here, he's not overly big. I'll throw him back, let him grow a bit bigger. And my uncle has got a feed of around a dozen or so yabbies. He's a great guy, my uncle, and he's going to love these yabbies. Rightio, folks, I'm just about to take the meat out of this last net, and then I'm heading home. I have had a blast. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and most of all, I hope you've enjoyed the journey that I've taken you on as I've discovered new places, new techniques, new nets in my quest to try and find some big yabbies. I've caught quite a few little yabbies. I've caught a few medium-sized yabbies. I've caught a stack of shrimp over at Lake Moodamere. I've found dams without any yabbies. Now today I've hit the jackpot. I've tried 3 different dams. I've got a couple in one dam, a heap in another dam, and a few in this dam. And I've got more new private property access, and I've got quite a few dams that I'm yet to discover or yet to explore. I'm very excited. There is going to be some exciting times ahead right here on the Robbie Fishing channel. So if you haven't already subscribed, you're crazy not to, because I'm going to have stacks more wonderful videos coming out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.